Welcome back to this week's episode. We recently had a ninja competition.
We did. We were in Warrior Factory, which is in Syracuse, New York, and it went really well. It was a really fun course. They were two speed courses, both flow. I came second place in the first one, and then third place in the second competition. That one, I lost to the second place guy by 6 milliseconds, which made me pretty sad, but we're okay. Owen?
I felt like I did pretty well, just small mistakes and fell. It was a pretty good run, other than those one or two, small mistakes.
Small. It was good though. You got what you failed in redemption. Though, so that's good.
This week's episode, we have an interview with Chris, who has competed in Masters Division for multiple competitions, and
he even competed at this year's national finals. And he's a pretty cool guy. He also won the t-shirt design competition that we held a couple of weeks back with his design of a microphone with frog legs, bunny ears, and a backwards hat. And it was pretty cool. So we're going to talk to Chris after this small break, and we will see you guys very shortly.
Mommy?
Yes, honey?
Can I get Spotify for my birthday?
Why do you want Spotify for your birthday?
I want to listen to Ninja Talk with the Bunny and Frog. There are new episodes every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern.
In that case, of course you can. In fact, let's listen to it right now.
How's it going, Chris?
Not too bad, guys. How are you?
Fantastic, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we're going to ask you some questions about what it's like to be a ninja in the Masters Division.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Of course. Fire away on.
what inspired you to follow your kid's passion and try out ninja?
Oh, wow. Well, it's always something that it's one of those things where the more you watch it, the more you get that itch to want to try it yourself, right? Especially when you're seeing all these fun little things that they're doing, whether it's, monkey bars or just swinging along different things as well, too. At the back of the mind, after you watch it, a number of times, you turn around and say, like, can I do that? Like, is that something I can do? It looks so easy. And then when you go and do it, it's obviously not as easy as it looks, but it's still a lot of fun as well, too, right? Yeah. And then, and for me, it was a nice personal challenge for myself. I've been doing a lot of different challenges personally, so it was something that it was a different type of challenge that I figured, it's something that my kids were enjoying, so I wanted to kind of take part of that as well too, and challenge myself and push myself a little bit out of my comfort zone.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know you've been doing some stuff with DECA, right?
Yes, I have. So that's definitely out of my comfort zone.
Yeah. So what is that again? That's like, is that like?
So so DECA is it's a division of Spartan racing, where it was something that they've discovered. There's a niche group where a lot of people want to do that level of fitness, but they don't enjoy the running aspect, whether it's, they're physically not able to, but they still want to continue to have that fitness focus, right? So DECA is like a decathlon where there's 10 different stations that you participate in, and you try to do it as fast as you can. And each station has a goal to it, whether it's a certain number of reps or a certain number of calories or a certain distance that you have to hit before you can move on to the next one.
Cool. Yeah.
I recently joined that with my wife, Krista, and it's been fun ever since. Yeah.
Awesome. That's really cool. Does ninja take like a large toll on your body with like injuries and stiffness and?
Well, yes, it does. Like, I'm not going to lie. As you probably remember, when I first started doing it, I did have a bit of, I guess, what they call the ninjury, right? Where it was a ninja-related injury. And I did, unfortunately, at the time, tear my bicep. It was a bit of a freak accident, but it was an accident nonetheless. And it took a bit of a toll on my body, and it took me about 8 months to recover from it. But I learned a lot during that period of time where through physio and through doctor's appointments and consultations, it was made very clear that, obviously the older you get, the more important it is to have that focus of stretching and warming up before and afterwards as well too, in order for you to take care of your body, right? And that's something that I've been sort of preaching to anybody who's been doing ninja, whether it's someone younger or older, is that there is that level of stretching that is required to kind of keep that body healthy, right? So it's been quite a road back, but ever since then it's been fantastic. But yes,
so you're all good now, though.
I'm all good. There's always nagging aches and pains, especially as you grow older, obviously, right? But it's something that we push through, right? The older you get, you push through it, but it's still a lot of fun, right?
Yeah, that's really cool.
I know a lot of, as you progress and, in different divisions, the obstacles vary and, the way they're set up is different. What is it like in, the Masters? How are those courses and, your competition?
Yeah, it's obviously not as intense as, say, the teens or the young adults, or obviously the elites and the pros division. I would say it's probably on par with a lot of the preteen level, and even at nationals, this past nationals, the Masters ran on the preteens rig as well too. They pretty much did the exact same thing as the preteens with minor adjustments, a little bit of adjustments, and typically the adjustments are the different holds that we are provided. So we tend to have more of the rings versus things like the cones or the cannonballs, for instance, right? It's just that they understand that there's a little bit of
just those small changes to make it a little easier.
But they still obviously challenge you as well too. We still had to try to do the reverse grab on that, on that dropping shelf as well too. So it's not super easy, but it's a little bit easier than usual. But again, for us, I think the challenge is just getting out there and competing, right?
For sure. Yeah. Speaking of nationals, what was it like competing at nationals? What was your experience there?
Well, it was nerve-wracking for sure, right?
Yeah.
You're on the floor, and you just want to have fun, and I think that's the big thing that I see from a Masters division, is that everybody's out there just to have fun, right? There's obviously a level of competition, but everyone's just out there having fun. And at nationals, everybody was talking to each other. They're trying to there's no gamesmanship amongst the Masters, right? Everybody just wants to share knowledge and just try to get through it, right? And that's what it was at nationals. Everyone was sharing tips of how you could do certain obstacles just to try to get through it. So it was pretty fun that way.
Kind of like everybody's one big team trying to help everybody get better.
Absolutely, yeah.
Cool.
So it was fun. It was scary. Obviously, you're on the floor and you just want to go out there and perform. But again, we're just out there to have a lot more fun than it is just to win the whole thing, right?
For sure, that makes sense.
And what is it like as a parent perspective, watching your kids run or other people's kids run?
I got to tell you, now that I'm doing ninja. It changes your whole perspective and gives you a better appreciation of what the kids are doing, right? As you guys are seeing it, right? I look at it and I see you guys doing these big laches or being a lot of techie moves, and it's wow, it's crazy knowing that having been on a course and doing the training, how difficult it is to do a lot of those moves. Obviously, you guys are a lot nimbler and a lot younger, and you have that extra level of strength that us older adults don't have. But it gives you that extra level of appreciation to see that, right? When you guys are out there flying along the course, and even just moving as quickly as you do, I'm jealous that you guys can move that fast. My knees can't take it.
That's so cool. So just backtracking a little bit. How did you first find out about ninja?
Well, we've always been big fans of watching the show, right? American Ninja Warrior. We've always, I think we've been watching it since it first started back in the day. And we didn't, to be honest, we sort of stumbled upon it in at the gym level, right here locally. It was something that we were trying to find an activity for my kids to be able to do, especially Lincoln, right? He was bouncing off the walls and he had energy to burn, and we were trying to find something. And we so much energy, and we knew that the gym here had the rock climbing, but we didn't really know that there was a ninja portion to it. And so when we walked in there the first time, we were sort of blown away by it. And for me, it was something that now looking back on, I wish we've had back in the day, right? Like I think everybody's grown up swinging from monkey bars at parks or climbing trees and stuff like that. So growing up, this would have been perfect for us. So when we stumbled across this, I think it was just a dream to kind of come across. And and to be honest, I wish there were more of these, because I taught when we talked to friends and stuff. They wish they're in areas that don't have local gyms, right? So they do have to travel a little bit to get to those. So it's nice to have, we're lucky that it's nice and close to us.
For sure. That's so cool. Yeah.
And like, what is your favorite part about competing and just like the sport in general?
The community and just the camaraderie, especially amongst the masters. Again, there's a level of competition that obviously you want to do well, but at the end of the day, I think within the masters division especially, I've found that the biggest takeaway that I've enjoyed from competing is that you build that relationship with the other competitors, right? Everybody's out there just to have fun. Everybody knows that at the end of the day, you want to be able to still wake up the next morning and you have to go to work and whatnot, right? Yeah. So you're putting your body through all this. So everybody's just out there having a good time. I think one of the biggest things I've noticed is how loud they cheer for each other when they're on the course.
Yeah, because there's nothing that you can do to affect their run. So
exactly.
It's not like other sports where you're like playing defense or something. This sport, it's one person versus the course. It's not one person versus another person. So everybody can just be friends and have a good time, and knowing that like whatever happens out there happens. And
yep. Exactly. And I think one of the things that we've all agreed upon, and we've had recent conversations with some of the other competitors, is, the fact that you're already out here and competing is already a big step, right? It takes a lot to be able to put yourself out there and, again, get yourself out of that comfort zone to do something as difficult and physical as ninja, right? It's not an easy type of exercise to do, and to be able to put yourself out there, everybody understands how big of a challenge that is. So the fact that you're out there is already a big step, and everybody's very welcoming of that, right?
Of course. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, what is your favorite obstacle or course that you've done?
Favorite obstacle is a new one. I really like playing around with the sky hooks, actually. Now that we've got them, I like it because it's a bit of an all-around skill set, right? It's a lot of upper body, obviously, to hang on to that ring. You have to have a lot of lower body control to be able to control the swing. But at the same time, one of the things that we've also learned is that you don't have to be perfect when you throw yourself to the ring. If you're if you're going in that general direction, when you're in the air, you can move that ring to hook onto that hook, right? You don't have to be exactly perfect, right? So, and I find that a lot of the times for a lot of the other obstacles, it's very precise, whereas the ring, you don't have to be as precise, but you can still get it, right? Yeah. And it's just that feeling of flying through the air, obviously, is a nice feeling as well, too. So I think that's something new we've tried. That's one of my current favorites right now. But from a course perspective, I've always been a fan of the ones that we've done at Sinai, to be honest with you.
Yes.
In Erie. Yeah, the team there at Sinai have been fantastic. And I think part of it is that they really recognize the master's skill set, right? They have a really good understanding, and they actually a couple times
there, right?
Yeah, exactly, right. I think the owner of the gym there himself competes as well too, so he elicits a lot of feedback from the masters as he puts that course together to kind of see whether or not it's something that he feels that we are comfortable doing as well too, and then he'll make adjustments on the fly. And all of his courses have not not been easy. They've been very challenging, but at the same time, it's a lot of fun, right? There've been a lot of fun. There've been a lot of fun obstacles that he's put out there for all of us to do. So yeah.
Yeah, I always like those courses. Yeah. Those ones are very fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
He always puts on a great show.
Oh yeah, they're great. They're a great crew down there, and I think they have a really big appreciation, like you said, for the Masters, right? Like they themselves have said that it's one of their favorite divisions because again, they themselves run the Masters as well too. So it's an awesome time.
And they also just give you like an hour of redemption.
Of course. I think that's the one thing I've taken, and obviously Coach Matt has always been a big fan of as well too, from a redemption side of things, is that I think as masters being able to do the redemption and just going out there and trying it again, because you're in that course, you're spending a lot of time and a lot of hard work trying to do all of those things, right? And being able to go back out there and just try it again. I know personally, I've done a couple of redemption rounds where I've been able to get a couple of things that I've missed on that course. And I know I kick myself in the course for missing those easy things, and being able to do it, have that redemption time is so key. Yes. And the guys at Sinai are fantastic at giving us that time.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Sure. One last question.
Yeah, for sure.
How has Ninja changed your family's life?
How has it changed our lives? Well, I think it's, as you guys can probably relate to it, it's all encompassing, right? We're at the gym, majority of the time. We're probably there 4 or 5, 6 days a week for the most part. But at the same time, it's a bonding session, right? For all of us who are out there, right? I know, obviously Lincoln and Ethan, my 2 sons, do it. And my daughter has at one point done some fun competitions as well too, and Krista, my wife, has also taken classes as well too. It's fun. Like I said, we use it as a time to sort of bond, have fun, and obviously the friendships that we make along the way with you guys and the other families as well too. It's been a fantastic ride so far, right? And we can't, we couldn't be happier that we've discovered this ninja community.
That's so awesome. I'm also very happy you discovered the ninja community.
Oh, you guys have been fantastic. You guys have been so welcoming to us, and we couldn't be prouder to be members of the team and stuff. So it's been great.
It's so cool. Very happy to have you. It's awesome to see you every Monday night when I'm done coaching. I'm like, it's Chris. Hi, Chris.
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Every day. So yeah,
every day I get to have a little banter with Chris.
It's great.
All right, well, I think you know what's next.
Oh, is it that time?
It is that time. All right, are you ready?
All right, let's hear it.
What is an astronaut's favorite part of a computer?
What is an astronaut's favorite part of the computer? I don't know. What is it?
The space bar.
Oh. Oh boy. That's a solid 4, I would say. I think you've had a couple of better ones.
4 out of what, 100?
4 out of 10.
4 out of 10. Okay. That's sick. Alright, well, Chris, we are very excited to see you soon, and hope to see you out there crushing some more courses. And also wanted to give you a congratulations on winning the t-shirt design competition.
Oh, thank you very much, guys. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the logo.
It seemed like quite a hit from the fans.
Oh, thank you. Can't wait to see it on a shirt.
Yeah. We're gonna get that for you soon for sure.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for having me, guys. I really I've got to tell you, this podcast is something that our entire family looks forward to every Friday. And we listen to it. We listen to it in the car, and we all get a good laugh out of it. It's a nice thing to have within the ninja community, and within our family as well too. It's great. It's fantastic.
I appreciate that, Chris. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure.
Alrighty. Well, we will see you around, and have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you soon.
All right. Take care. Have a great night, guys.
Yeah, you too.